everyone's being impacted, from the watermen to the second homeowners to the school teachers that have to change their bus routes are changing. Schools are delayed because a few roads are flooded. All those kind of impacts. But it's all impacting people, but it's just in different ways. So during my fellowship with the Nature Conservancy, I've kind of had three main roles: in research, in community engagement, and then facilitating government relations. And so through the research, I've been able to build on a lot of the existing community opinion research that we have here and how to best engage communities and finding out what their needs are and where the Nature Conservancy would have the most impact with strategic outreach. And that outreach has looked like community workshops that I've been planning and facilitating on engaging people with nature-based solutions, how to come up with solutions to sea level rise, to climate change adaptation, and then pulling in all the local partners. So it's not just coming from the Nature Conservancy, but making sure that all the right players are involved. So the local planning district commission, the board of supervisors from the county, and then partnering with the RAP project so that the shore is really moving forward collectively and kind of having these grassroots efforts to get the community engaged. And it's been months of planning to kind of get it right and get the right people involved, and then just asking people what they want to see, what impacts are they seeing, to make sure that we're not just prescribing things, but we're actually solving people's problems that are here on the shore. So the Virginia Coast Reserve here on the Eastern Shore has its own tool with its own apps, and so we can use it to model inundation from both storm events and just future generalized flooding. So you can predict out with the different predictions of sea level rise from moderate to extreme, and then what that looks like over time. So it'll show you how deep the water is going to be in certain areas and periods in the future, and then map out current storm surge and future storm surge flooding with various intensities of storms. It also has shoreline change apps where you can see how the barrier islands have migrated over time and see that they're moving and eroding. And we have habitat change apps, so you can see predictions of where the marsh will encroach into upland habitats, how agricultural areas might change, and the forest, as not just the sea is encroaching onto the upland, but the migration of the entire marsh system moves into the peninsula further. I've come from a strictly science background and, a bachelor's of science, master's of biology. And so I didn't have a lot of experience in taking science to people and seeing how it was applied. And so that has been the really cool opportunity of this fellowship, was, getting to actually plan community events and taking complex science like the coastal resiliency tool that's modeling future inundation and sea level rise, and showing people how it directly affects them and talking about solutions. So not just studying how the marsh is migrating, studying how marshes can reduce wave energy, but actually then showing it and getting it in the hands of people has been a really rewarding experience.